Hello friends, this is Jackie from Keep It Simple Stickers, and we are here today to film my October budget with me in my Erin Condren monthly. So if you're interested in seeing what my budget is going to look like for this month, then just keep watching. Alright friends, so again we are going to be using my 2-page budgeting kit. This is in the collection Meowoween. I offer it in budgeting, mini kit, deluxe kit, as well as I think I created it into a Hobonichi as well. So if you're interested in any of those versions, I always have my shop in the description below, so you can certainly check that out. So I have done this before for you all. I've kind of explained the process that I do when I lay these stickers down. I've kind of explained how easy they are to work with, and it's very intuitive, I guess is the word that I would describe it. You just kind of start at the top and work your way down. So I always like to start with my income at the top. You can do it whatever way you want. It just makes sense for me to start with what I have and then go from there. So this is going to be my last month in this deluxe. When I purchased this during the, I believe it was the Friends and Family sale last year, because I actually just purchased my Erin Condrens for 2020 and they came in yesterday. So I think I purchased them around the same time. Like this one that I purchased in 2018 was around the same time that I purchased my 2019 order, or made my 2019 order, if that makes sense. So I did it for November to November. So next month, I'm actually going to be moving into my regular planner, which you see my weekly plan with me's in. And in the future, I'm going to, and I'll probably do a video on this. We'll see if I'm brave. I'm going to like Franken-planner that planner, because I want to try and get down to one planner. I know, who am I? I'm a shop owner and one planner. So I want all my budgeting stuff to be in my main day-to-day planner, because I do not use the monthly view in my planners, and I use it in my budgeting planners. That's where I track my expenses that you will see me notate there at the bottom. And I thought, you know, let me just combine it and put it all in one planner, and I'll use the monthly in my main planner to track my expenses. And so I did not purchase a deluxe monthly for next year. I'm gonna try it out and see how it goes. All right, friends, so I've gone ahead and I've put my income. So we are a 1-paycheck household. I'm a stay-at-home mom. However, I do run Keep It Simple Stickers, as a lot of you know. So my husband will be paid twice this month, and I do not put his income up here just for personal reasons. Every other number you will see I share with you. I am upping up from last month. My goal was $500 for my business. Now it's $600. My ultimate goal is $1,000. So just so you kind of know where I'm going. It's slowly but surely getting there, but we're not quite there yet. And then of course side hustles are $0 every month. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna write down my fixed expenses, and then we'll come back and we'll do numbers. All right, friends, we're back. So I've gone ahead and I put all my fixed expenses. I talk about these every month. I will go over them again with you. So our mortgage, we are following Dave Ramsey, and we are on baby step number 6, and that is to pay off your mortgage as quick as possible. We do have, goals for ourselves and when we want to pay off our mortgage. but this is what we're comfortable with right now. It is higher than our monthly mortgage by about $500. Gym this month. Last month it was only $400 because I had prepaid September, but we are now putting Kate into gymnastics twice a week, so that gym is going to increase from I believe $35 to $70, and then college is the same every month, which is $400, so it will be $475. Gas, let's see, last month I had over budgeted, so I'm going to bring it down. Last month I had it at 50. I'm going to bring it down to 40. DTE, let's see, DTE I was a little bit under, but I'm going to keep it around 200 again, just because the weather is changing. We're not using our AC as much. However, yesterday, I'm filming this on October 2nd. Yesterday, it was quite hot. Let's see, Verizon's always the same, 192. TV and Netflix is always the same, 85. And the internet is always the same at 110. So I'm going to add these up really quick and then we'll get a total. All right, friends, so our total for our fixed expenses this month is $2,602, which let me pull up my September budget, which is almost about the same. It's about a $50 difference from last month. So it's pretty good because we've increased this and decreased our gas a little bit. All right, so now let's go ahead and move to varied expenses. And I do have a couple extra that I'll put at the end, but I'm gonna go ahead again and speed you up through this section, and then we'll come back and we'll do our numbers. All right, friends, so we are back. I've got all of the varied expenses down. I'll explain what these stickers mean in a minute after I go through the numbers. So groceries, as we have discussed, is quite high for my family just because it is inclusive of our dogs, our cats, diapers, household, laundry detergent, all that stuff. So last month it was at $850. And I'm going to keep it there, but I am going to be making some personal goals to try and bring that down. Let's see, the next one is gas. Gas, I'm going to budget $150 for this month. Unbudgeted. So unbudgeted has always been one of the hardest categories for my family. Unbudgeted is always supposed to be $0. Because obviously with the every dollar budget that Dave Ramsey has kind of designed, not saying that that's the best or the only way to budget, but that's just what I am familiar with, and that's what I use. Unbudgeted, once everything is said and done, you're not supposed to have anything in this. Like, all of your money should have a place. So it should be $0, right? Ideally. With my family, that's never the case. I don't have dozens and dozens of categories in varied. Like, I don't have an personal expense for myself or personal expense from my husband. A lot of that comes out of unbudgeted. So I am going to leave it at $0 because the goal is to always have it at $0. But realistically, I know that things are going to come up that don't fall in these categories. So that's something that I need to continue to figure out how I want to have that category. It's October 2nd. I can't foresee that we're going to have a window repair, or I can't foresee that one of my favorite sticker shops might have a big anniversary sale. I suppose if I was a little bit more organized, then I would know that. But right now, I'm just going to leave it at 0. And then perhaps in the future, you know, I'll make some adjustments if necessary. Clothing for this month, I always leave it around 100, and that can include things for my husband, my kids, myself. Of course, like last month, I bought Kate some brand new hair bows off a shop on Etsy. I'll link them below, called Two Little Bow Babies, and she's been working on that, earning a bow. So that money came out of clothing, even though it was more of a hair accessories. Eating out, we did pretty well last month, but I'm still going to leave it at 50, just because we have a lot of fun stuff going on this month in October, that if we go to an apple orchard or something and we want to get some donuts or some cider, I want to leave that money available. Medical, I'm going to leave again at 50. Hair and nails, let's see, usually I do 65. I think I might bump that up to 80, and I'll explain in a little bit why. Home, that's like home repairs, home improvements. I'm gonna drop that down from 200 to 100. We have recently done both my kids' rooms, and now we're kind of working on our dining room, and there's only one thing that I want to do in that room, and that is a nice piece of artwork on a big wall. So I'm going to drop that down, and let's go to the back side. So I went ahead and I put my October budget continued sticker, and then budget continued. Halloween, this is where some different things are happening. Halloween, what I view that as is my kids' costumes, candy for passing out, and then we're going to a couple trunk or treats. I'm not saying that we have to spend money on that, but I could put gas in there if I wanted to, or if there's an entrance fee. My daughter is the only one that we're getting a costume for this year. We already have a costume for my son, and my daughter wants to be Charlie Brown this year. So essentially we need to get her a yellow sweatshirt, and then we'll either paint the stripes on, or on my silhouette I'm going to create a zigzag, a new pair of jeans, which will come out of the clothing fund, and then we would like to get her a red hat. So I think for this, her costume and candy, I want to try and say around $30. My son is going as Snoopy, and we actually already have a costume from when my daughter was around his age. She was about 18 months, and he's about 14. So we have an 18-month costume that's a Dalmatian, and I know Snoopy's a beagle, but we're going to use that costume for him, so he's covered. All right, next weekend I am going to New Orleans for a good friend's bachelorette party weekend. I have paid everything already for New Orleans. This money here is just going to be for food. If we have to travel places and I have to pay for an Uber or something of that nature, etc. So I'm budgeting 200. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to be gone part of Thursday, Friday, Saturday, part of Sunday. So I'm thinking 3 days. And I'm thinking for food and meals, it'll be about $50 a day. And then I'll have $50 left over for rides, and if I want to get my kids a souvenir, etc. This stands for Kate's School. I'm just budgeting 10. And that can include new coloring books and crayons. If I purchase something off Teachers Pay Teachers, keeping that pretty minimal, just because I do have a lot of things. I have a lot of things that I've created from being a teacher myself. And then of course family fun, we're gonna just drop that to 20, just because I think some of the family fun funds will go into Halloween. Now, before I total this up, I was going to mention a few things, and I want to do that before I forget. These asterisks here, these 4 are what I chart on my calendar. So anytime I go to our grocery store, I write that down. Anytime I buy something that's unbudgeted, I write that down. These checks here, because they're not as frequent, that's where I will create my little chart on this page of the items that I'll just quickly jot down. So like clothing, I don't want to write that down in my calendar if I only buy make one Kohl's purchase for my husband or something like that. The other thing I wanted to mention was hair and nails. I bumped it up because my good girlfriend is getting married November 1st. I'll have a haircut. I'll be getting my nails done before that, so it's obviously fall in October, so I just bumped that up a little bit. And this could also, any money that is extra in this category, I'm going to bring it over to November, because if I have to pay for my hair, an updo or a curl job or whatever for that wedding, I'll have a little bit of cushion there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to total this up, and I'll be right back with you. All right, friends, so those items all together were $1,640. So now we're going to wrap up this budget by putting in this sticker, this big sticker here. And this is where I will put my estimations. So I put in 2,602 plus 1,640. And I can probably do this in my head. Carry one, 4,242. So that's kind of where we're at, estimated. So let's go to this side, and I'm going to quickly white out this flag up here. So and then I'm going to write down my categories for the items that I put the check on, and those items will be clothing, medical, hair, nails, and home. All right, friends, so this is the October budget for my family. I hope that you enjoyed watching this pretty quick video of me setting up my budget for my family this month. If you did, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing down below. I hope you all have a wonderful month, and we will chat soon. Bye-bye.